Welcome to the CompTIA Tech Council podcast. CompTIA is interviewing leaders of state and local regional tech associations around the nation to learn more about the challenges and opportunities facing their membership and their state. Today we are pleased to be joined by Skip Newberry, President of the Technology Association of Oregon. Skip, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Also joining us today is Preston Grisham, who will act as our producer for the CompTIA Tech Council podcast. Thank you, Preston, for also being with us.
Thanks, Tim.
Let's jump right in, Skip. Tell us the mission of the Technology Association of Oregon.
Sure. The Technology Association of Oregon is set up to try and create a world-class, inclusive innovation economy in Oregon that's powered by technology. So implicit within that is the goal of trying to create a vibrant and thriving technology industry here in the state.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about the current challenges that are facing tech firms in Oregon and what they're doing to grow and remain competitive.
Yeah, one of the biggest issues, not surprisingly, is talent, right? So same elsewhere around the country, as these tech companies are growing, some quite rapidly, there's a shortage of qualified and available talent with the requisite skills that can hit the ground running. And I think one of the challenges in all of that is that technology is changing at such a fast clip that it really points to some of the issues with our educational system, both higher ed and K through 12, where it's still set up to prepare people for jobs that have been relatively static for long periods of time, and tech is not. And so as a result, we have this disconnect between the supply of talent and the type of training and education they're getting, and then also, on the other hand, the demand. And I think within tech in Oregon right now, one of the most critical areas is with computer science related skill sets. We're doing reasonably well relative to our peers, but it's all kind of a race to the bottom. None of us are faring particularly well.
Excellent. Well,
yeah, and in terms of like how companies are trying to address that issue here, we're right in the thick of it. We launched a program with our Workforce Investment Board in the Portland region last year called Code Oregon, which was recognized by the White House's Tech Hire Initiative. And that's designed to get more people who are not in tech currently to transition into tech with a short sort of boot camp online type of training program. It's a free program made available through federal funding and through the Workforce Board, where people can complete the program at their own pace, and then they would then enter the talent pool as sort of a junior candidate for some of these positions at tech firms in web development, design, and some basic programming languages. The other thing we've been working on is a really sort of strong focus with our university partners in looking at ways that they can better align some of their programs, either through extension services and certificates or through their accredited curriculum as well. And in many cases, we've been successful in helping schools to create, for example, a data analytics and data science program, and some focus on product managers has been another pain point.
That's excellent. In fact, we're seeing a lot of the other tech councils partner with the local WIBs around the country and with higher ed as well. So great stuff. Along those lines, what are some of the things, the programs and services that the Tech Association of Oregon is offering to assist members and help them grow and develop and find the right talent?
Yeah. So in terms of the services that we offer, we have a number of different peer communities that we help to support, and that includes, of course, technology development communities that range from developer and engineers to product design, and then we also work closely with our HR communities as well. And looking at different ways that, for example, the HR community can share best practices, one firm to the next, about what's working for them in terms of recruitment, retention, culture, some of the important sort of trends around compensation and strategies around that relative to other markets where we're seeing people relocate from, like the Bay Area in particular. There's a bit of a flood to Portland from there. So what does that mean in terms of the expectations on employees? That's been a common topic. Another thing that we've been focused on the engineering side is getting our engineering talent more in touch with the schools and students, both at the higher ed and K through 12 levels. So we have a program through our foundation called Innovate Oregon, which is focused on applied learning opportunities that represent economic development projects with a tech focus in different regions around the state. And so we have local schools paired up with, and their students paired up with employees from tech companies working on these projects in 3 months to 6 month cycles. And so it gives students a really nicely built out resume, and also gives the tech companies visibility into the students and what their capabilities are. Not surprisingly, there's also opportunities for volunteers from tech companies to get exposure to other companies that are doing work in the area.
Hey, that's excellent, Skip. In fact, and really fantastic. You're working also in K through 12, not just higher ed, but getting K through 12 students involved.
Yep. And then also just another area that we've been active on is trying to raise the visibility of the companies that are here and their needs and opportunities at those firms in markets elsewhere. In particular, in the Bay Area, we've been doing a number of events, targeting different alumni networks of universities that are here that have a lot of people who work in tech in the Bay Area and have some connection back here. We've been doing some more sort of events along those lines where we connect companies to people that are interested in relocating back to Oregon or to Oregon for the first time.
Fantastic. Final question. The Tech Association of Oregon is part of about 30 state and regional tech councils nationwide that partner with CompTIA on grassroots public policy advocacy. Just talk to us a little bit about how you view this partnership and the value it brings to your association.
Sure. So I got involved in TECNA a little over 3 years ago, and during that time I was able to leverage the network successfully to learn about best practices and programs and other strategies that we've since implemented in our association. During that time, we've more than tripled our operating budget and doubled our staff. And so we definitely have grown quite a bit, and I attribute a lot of that success and growth to what I received in terms of knowledge and strategy and advice from my peers through TECNA. I think going forward, TECNA has an interesting opportunity to leverage its network, which represents over 20,000 tech companies and practically 1 million tech professionals throughout North America. So it's pretty powerful as a base that's grassroots in nature. And I think when talking about opportunities on federal policy and sort of research, we have access to interesting data at the regional level that is not publicly reported and that we can collect from our companies. And rolling that up into national reports is an intriguing opportunity that we're interested in exploring more. And I think as well with TECNA that there's sort of an interest in looking at different ways that we can be doing more, as I mentioned earlier, on some of this K through 12 STEM or STEAM or innovation-related education work around the state or around the country is something that's a priority for us.
Great. Well, hey, thank you, Skip. Skip Newberry, President of the Technology Association of Oregon. Thank you for being with us here today. Preston Grisham, our producer from CompTIA, and I'm Tim Jemal. Thank you all for coming and listening to us today.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.